Let's put it in first gear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, everyone, welcome back to Project Calm. My name is James. I'm your host. We got a super cool guest on the show, Andrew. How's your day going so far, Andrew?
Wonderful.
Yeah. What is today like a off day from work or what's happening today?
I got some work to do today, but other than that, I'm just gonna relax, make a cool dinner.
What are you making for dinner?
Um, I think I'm gonna go with some cod, fresh fish cod,
Yeah.
and fish and chips. Just
Oh,
keep it simple.
nice. Do you go fishing
Oh yes, yes.
and did
I
you
love
catch
fishing in rivers, especially bass and trout.
yeah? Did you catch the cod yourself or no?
Oh no, it came from like Iceland or something like that.
Nice. Cool, cool. Well, if you don't mind sharing, would you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, like who you are, what you do, just a small bit of a background?
Sure. I'm 48 years young.
Yeah.
Child of two scientists, a physiologist and a radiologist. Um, I'm a very skeptical. I'm a scientist at heart. Um, my hobbies include outdoor wilderness, music, art, reading, cooking, especially. I'm a big foodie,
Yeah.
and thankfully, there's a lot of knowledge out there for that nowadays. Um, and I'm just a genuine soul at heart, and I really love connecting with people,
Yeah.
and that's been a big part of the change in taking the scoop. Right, is my personality has come back 100%, 110%, let's say. I've been doing my hobbies more. I've been spending more time focusing on meditation, my spirituality, and sleeping. Um, I mainly live in a van, luxury van, basically an apartment on wheels, so I can go anywhere I want. I have internet everywhere thanks to the new satellite systems. And I used to be involved in finances and banking. I've done almost everything you can imagine in my life as term of a career. Um, I've been a chef, manager, restaurants, banker, mental health counselor, salesman, um, you name it. I've done it all. I just can't figure out what to put my finger on. But now I work from home online,
Yeah.
um, and it's pretty cool. People don't know what you can do with the power of the internet, especially with AI.
Yeah.
Um, but I believe in the universe. I believe that that's the source. I believe in the subconscious and the connected soul of us all, and that we're all brothers and sisters in this family, and that we need to share something works. Why wouldn't you share it with people, right?
Mhm. That's amazing. You literally have tried everything out there. So just from your hobbies, loving the outdoors, you said you were a chef, a baker, a salesman. That's you probably have so many skills under your belt. You can go and do anything you want now. And I think that's super cool. You mentioned that when it felt like you finally got your personality back. What was holding you from being yourself before starting the scoops?
Um, prescriptions,
Hmm.
mainly. Um, your ego gets in the way big time,
Hmm.
and you think you got it, but you don't really have any control over this physiology that is your body. And until you find the missing puzzle piece, as I put it, you don't really kind of gel into the mold that is supposed to be you. And I'm off of most of my psychological meds, my SSRIs, my selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Benzos are out the window with no withdrawals, um, which has been fantastic. I didn't take them that much anyway. Like
Hmm.
they just kind of replace your personality,
Yeah, I do.
um, big time. Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's kind of what did it for me. And suffering from, like all of us, I think we all have maybe a little bit of, sorry about that, a little bit of PTSD in us somewhere,
Hmm.
some trauma that we experienced in our life. And to be able to confront that as an adult, as a different experience, you know,
Hmm.
to claim yourself back.
Yeah. What, what, where did your mental health journey start? What led you to taking the SSRIs and the benzos?
I was always very shy, very reserved.
Hmm.
I'd only speak when spoken to. I would think about what I was going to say before I said it. And when I started to open up, I started to experience the jitters and the anxiety. And it wasn't until I was about 37 or 38 when I started taking anxiety medicine. And at first, it wasn't benzos, but ultimately, you need something more, right? It never really is enough. And there's a tipping point. So I suffer from depression, like I think most of us do a little bit,
Hmm.
and don't like to mix with the crowds, but I'm an incredible speaker. I mean, I can come out of my shell. I was an actor for a long time myself. Um, Even starred in commercials as Donald Trump. But it's uh, it's been quite the journey to be able to feel some sort of relief. It's not like 100% fix. It's like a 4% fix.
Yeah.
You know, no, 74% of you is fixed, and the rest is still hanging out there.
Hmm.
So it's not a full, game changer.
Hmm.
Although it's there and it's very helpful. It's a stepping stone of mass proportion.
I, that's exactly what calm is intended to do. Because like I've been on a mental health journey myself for it's almost 2 decades now, and I don't think there's like any single supplement, any single med, any single thing you can do that would go give you that 100%. But then that 100% is but it's actually just a bunch of smaller things that stack up to slowly bring that bar to 100%. Like having a clean diet, which sounds like you have a very clean diet, that helps being able to get like good sleep, staying away from social media, getting a lot of movement in the body. And calm is just one of those tools to slowly bring that needle to the other side. And I'm so excited to hear that you're at 74%, which means you're almost at the finish line. We just need to figure out what are some of the other things to help close that gap at the end. When you saw Calm, were you looking for something to help get off the meds, or were you like already in the process of getting off the meds? What made you want to give Calm a try?
Yeah, I was already halfway there,
Hmm.
like getting off. Um, I I think I found it on a stream. Maybe it was Facebook or Instagram,
Hmm.
and I knew it was 100% here, and
Hmm.
so I understood that, and I did my research like a good skeptic would,
Hmm.
and I just thought the reviews are very helpful. I just thought it would be a great solution, and I was definitely surprised,
Yeah.
especially with the minute amount that you need to take. I mean, I'm still at one scoop.
Yeah.
Um, I'd like to try the other formula sometime when I get a chance.
Hmm.
Um, just curious,
Yeah.
because physically I'm not well. I have liver disease.
Oh.
Um, so I've been working with that my life. I got to be careful what I intake. That's why getting off the meds is so important,
Hmm.
and what's been very profound to me and also enhanced by the Calm product has been breath work, meditation.
Yeah.
Um, it's so powerful, and I wish more people would understand just to take a moment and just take one big inhale, hold it, and then take a big exhale.
Yeah.
Allow slowly, and that can change your whole day instant, especially when you get a case of the buckets. You know,
Yeah.
they say wait 5 minutes, breathe, and then you'll shift.
Yeah. I'm a huge proponent of meditation myself, and I think when I speak to people who go like meditation doesn't work, the first question I ask is like, how many how many days have you done it for? Because they go like, oh, I tried it like 3 times, it didn't work. And then I always have to remind people it's like meditation is a skill. And just like any other skills, you're going to start off sucking and you probably are not even doing it right. But that's okay. That's where everyone starts. And with practice, you get better. And it's just like if you go to the gym for the first time, you're not gonna notice any changes to your body, but if you stay consistent for weeks, months, years, that's when you start noticing the changes. It doesn't mean the changes are not happening, but it's just a little bit harder to notice things and see things visually. And I feel like that's the same thing with meditation. I I do meditate every single morning. That's one of the first things I do as soon as I wake up. But to be honest, I didn't feel any of the changes until like I was like at least a year in. And for that first year, I always thought like I'm probably just wasting my time. I wasted 10 minutes a day every single day for the past past year. But I'm so glad I stuck with it because like now it's literally night and day on the days I do meditate and the days I don't meditate. Um, Andrew, for someone who's just getting started, they're watching this video and they're like, "Hey, I want to give meditation a try." What is an actionable first step for that person, and what's like so that they can do so that you can set them up on on the correct path for meditation.
Sure, I can do that. Make sure you're nutrified and have a good full belly, probably fruit, lots of water. Make sure you evacuate before.
Mhm,
Find a quiet place, a dark place, maybe with a candle.
mhm,
Um, Sit down, turn everything off. Maybe even put some earbuds. I don't know, that maybe helps people. And just focus on the breath.
mhm,
That's one thing that's so simple is you just concentrate on the consistency of your breathing. And when you get distracted, you go back to focusing on inhale and exhale. That'll pull you back to focusing on the breath instead of the craziness in your life. And I use a symbol practice where I visualize a sphere, uh, a pyramid, and a star. And I'll switch between those when I get distracted. I'll focus on the star. And if I get distracted, I'll focus on the pyramid, the sphere, etc. And that's the simplicity of it. And you can go deep with like Kundalini. I don't know if you've heard of the fire breath, but that's like you're pushing the limit on that of your body and your mind.
mhm.
And I use this,
Breathing necklace.
yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, everyone needs one of these. People think it's a smoking pipe, right? But it's definitely not. It's more important than that.
For that's what a crazy coincidence. I'm not sure if you saw my YouTube video this morning, Andrew, but we're actually giving away free breathing necklaces here at KALM. Well, to 250 customers. So what a crazy coincidence. If you
I'll try to
guys,
get on that list.
oh, pardon?
I'll try to get on that list because I just
Yeah.
have a backup.
I'll get one sent over to you just for taking the time to hopping on the call. Well, what's that one?
It's the spiral, the universal symbol of the golden ratio and of
Mhm,
all life in the universe. The flower, the Milky Way,
mhm.
the spinning of water, everything in our lives revolves around this mathematical formula.
That's
The
cool.
perfect, the perfect expanding ratio of expanding proportion.
Mhm.
Yeah, very important to me. I have one on my back.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately molded into a target now. It looks like a bullseye.
Is it because you grew a little bit? Did you get it when you were like younger and then your body shape changed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's funny. Um, I wanted to kind of do a deeper dive on like your symptoms, the symptoms you were experiencing when you were in the midst of this withdrawal process. What for the weeks leading up to before you finding calms, what were like the symptoms that showed up for you? Just because like things like mental health, when it comes to mental health, like things like anxiety and depression, it shows up differently for different people. So how did those symptoms show up for you?
Um, um, just a lot of reserve, withdrawal inside, um, feelings of darkness and ending doom, um, uh, uncomfortable, because of my liver issues. I suffer a lot of pain, and I can't take any pain meds, uh, because of my liver, because they're all processed through the liver. So I just have to live with it, and calm has really been something that's helped that quite a bit, all day, every day. Um, there was a period of time where, for the last 5 years, where I wasn't doing anything. Like, I wasn't focused on my hobbies. I wasn't really into my work. I wasn't really communicating with my family. I have twin boys that are 17 that are incredible, incredible humans. Um, one's a musician, one's like kind of like sporty, cowboyish, of course. And I was just, as they say, in a hole, and I couldn't really figure out how to get out. Like, it's right there, you can see it, but you can't get out of it. And once you get the freedom to crawl out of it, someone throws you a rope, like someone throws you a damn rope, and you get to climb out of that hole. When you look around, you're like, it's the same place, but it looks a little bit different nowadays. And I'm exposed to the same amount of stress as everybody else. You know, I've experienced some death recently. Mourning is not fun. Um, some close calls as well, and it's been quite the journey the last, I would say, 5 years of Andy's life. We're just gone, and people look at me differently now because I'm more chatty, I'm more involved. I have the focus and energy to keep me going all day without taking a nap for 3 hours in the afternoon, which throws you all off. I don't know if you've ever done that. You
Yeah,
wake up and you're like, what is going on, man?
yeah,
Where am I?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that about sums it up.
And when that's I'm sorry for like everything going through. Grieving is definitely never a easy process for anyone. Um, and right now, like so, it seems like the past few years have definitely been a very rough, rough period in your life. Have you been able to go back to doing like your the hobbies, meeting up with your family or your twin boys now that you've started calm?
Yeah, like I said, I've been back to my hobbies, and I've been creating music and art, and reading a lot more. And it's fun in my van because I get to explore. And I live in Washoe City, Nevada,
Mhm.
which is a beautiful, beautiful valley, between Reno and Carson City, Nevada, kind of northwest. Nevada. Every morning I get to wake up to mountains and a lake, a huge lake, and I just in the desert, roads just go everywhere into nowhere,
Mhm.
and you can explore some pretty fantastic sites like archaeological sites,
Mhm.
caves, paintings, old mines.
Mhm.
You even find the old nuclear mines where
Wow.
they blew up the bombs underground. Um, Not very safe to be around, by the way. But I've returned to Andy, and it feels wonderful to look at yourself in the mirror and be happy again.
That's beautiful. Um, wow. Is there anything now that it seems like the building blocks are starting to stack up? Is there anything you want to do that you haven't been able to do before?
Travel more.
Yeah,
I'd like to go to Asia.
Korea? I was born in South Korea. Have you,
Awesome,
pardon?
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I was just joking about the Korea part, but which part of Asia?
Um, Vietnam, first
Yeah,
off. Inspired by Anthony Bourdain himself.
yeah.
Singapore, Korea, definitely. Oh man, I would like to go to a Korean barbecue.
In Korea.
Um, just meet people
Mhm.
and make connections. That'll last a lifetime. Be able to sit down with someone's family and have a meal in the countryside of, say, Laos or Laos or even Japan, Okinawa, Energy. Um, just because, I was exposed to it a lot. I grew up in Buffalo, New York. So we had you know, a Chinatown,
Yeah.
and but it's not the same food.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best experiences of my life was trying raw seafood for the first time.
Sushi?
Yeah, like sea urchin.
Oh, yeah, sea urchin is good.
Mhm.
Mm,
And I love unagi.
yeah,
Oh my
those
God.
eels. For those who don't know, unagi is like charcoal grilled eels they make in Japan. Delicious.
Yeah, yeah. And you can do it at your table sometimes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. I would just like to, I want to meet everybody, and I want to be a part of their family and just experience what they experience. I want to go to a pig roast in Portugal, underground pig roast in Portugal. I want to see where Ernest Hemingway lived. I want to see Jim Morrison's grave. I want to see the sky under different stars.
That's a beautiful dream. It's a new it's a new chapter of life. So the books blink in the future and the pen's in your hands. So I'm super excited for you to go uh, write a story of all these travels and um, keep me posted. Send me some cool pictures when you do go travel.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. Andrew, I always like to kind of like wrap up these like podcasts with like three curveball questions just to throw you off guard. Is it cool? Are you ready for them?
Shoot.
Okay. What is one of the craziest things that you have ever done in your life? From that laugh, I have a feeling this can be a good one.
Oh man, that's too much. All right, I'm gonna delve deep here. This probably shouldn't be broadcasted, but it's okay. I won't name names. So when I grew up in Buffalo, there's a lot of Italians, and you probably guess where I'm going with it. I worked for an unnamed pizza place, which was the best pizza in Western New York. Award winning. And it was run by the
Mafia.
mafia. So I was exposed to some pretty crazy stuff, which I won't go into details of. Let's just say if you called me and you were like, Andrew, I need you to come see me, I'd be there like as soon as I could. No questions asked.
Thank you for sharing that. That's as you're telling the stories, all the movies I've seen in my past, I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool, but I won't poke any further. Um, well, on second question is in a alternative universe, if you can be if you can be anything you want, like career-wise, what do you think you'll be doing uh for your job?
Uh, chef slash poet,
Chef class slash poet. That's a great combo. Do you know what type of food you'll be cooking?
all of it.
Yeah. This is a side question, but what's your favorite dish of all time?
Oh, wow. Simplicity
Mhm.
is the best, right? Maybe four ingredients, but they got to be like fresh, like picked from like 15 minutes away, or the backyard, or the river near the place. Um, Probably the best flavor I've ever had was a piece of nigiri salmon, which is known as sake.
Love it.
No, no dipping,
Mhm.
just pure simplicity, fresh, picked from the ocean, like 20 minutes ago. So you taste the flavor of the ocean. It's like swallowing seawater.
Yeah.
I believe they call it the terroir, the taste of the air and soil and sand, seaweed, the fish poop.
It's a fresh bite of nature. It's straight out of nature. That's I love nigiri salmon myself, so I love it. Um, as for the last question, if you can go back to your younger self, who's just younger Andrew, who's just getting started on his mental health journey, and you can give him one piece of advice, what would it be?
Be patient with yourself. Take your time and remember to breathe.
Great answer. Nothing. I love it, Andrew. Well, I really appreciate you for taking the time to hop on the call to share the story. And for anyone watching, if you guys have questions for Andrew, leave a comment down below. I'll bug him to try to get an answer for you guys. But yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for listening. Have a healthy and happy day. Peace.
Peace. Love you, man.
Love.